You tried margin auto and it still didn't work? This is why. You don't understand how your element behaves. In our last lesson, I told you margin fails when certain conditions are missing. Now, let's fix the real problem. Inline versus block. In CSS, every element behaves in one of two main ways: block or inline. Block elements take up the full width of their container by default. They always start on a new line. Examples are elements like div, paragraph, and headings. Because they take full width, you can control their width, height, and margin easily. And this is why margin auto works on them. Let me show you. In an HTML document, place two div elements after each other. Give them the same class block element and style them the same way. You'll see that each box stays on its own line, even though there is space beside the first one. That's how block elements behave. Now, when you apply margin auto, each element centers itself inside its parent. Now, inline elements are different. They only take up as much space as their content. They don't start on a new line. They sit side by side when there's space. Examples are span and strong. Here's the key difference. Most inline elements follow their content size, so width and height don't affect them the same way as block elements. But some special elements, like images, can take width and height. And because margin auto needs extra horizontal space to work, it won't center inline elements the way you expect. Let's test it. Create two span elements with different content. Give them the same class inline element. First, look at them without styling. They stay side by side. Now, apply the same styles you used for the divs. You'll notice something. Width and height won't affect them the same way, and margin auto won't center them. Also, notice something interesting. Even though the div above has margin bottom applied, the inline elements still don't behave like normal boxes. That's because span follows inline behavior, not block behavior. Vertical margins also don't behave the same way on inline elements, like span. That's because span behaves like text, not like a full box. So when margin auto doesn't work, check this first. Is your element block or inline? Also remember, margin auto only centers horizontally, not vertically. If it's inline, you can change it using display. We'll cover that step by step. Block means full width, easy control. Inline means content width, limited control. If this just cleared your confusion, comment, now it makes sense. But we're not done. There's a way to switch between inline and block whenever you want. In the next lesson, I'll show you the display property, and that's where things start getting powerful. Follow or subscribe so you don't miss it.